Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to week 3, days 15 through 21 of my 30-day challenge to use as much yarn as I can. So, we have been primarily focusing on hats and scarves to donate, and I've been doing a lot of hand cranking. I am now up to 3 hand crochet granny squares. I finished a crochet set, a hat and scarf set, to also go into the donation pile. I am also putting those scraps into my blanket, which those 3 ball bands will also make their way into the challenge if I finish that blanket here in the next week. It has been something. So as I said in Thursday's video, show and tell number 242, I believe, I will have some subsequent videos coming out based on doing this 30-day challenge. One being thinking, thoughts, feelings, would I do this again type video about the challenge, having done the challenge. And then we'll have another one specifically dedicated to the Addy process and using the Addy and what do I think of it really overall. I have some thoughts and feelings, and it's probably time after 18 months that I share some of those. So today we've got all the vlog bits and bobs and moments. Having a Jack Sparrow moment. As I said on Thursday, I am having a really good morning. I'm feeling really good. I slept really well. So do forgive me if I'm a little bit of a hyperactive chihuahua this morning, but I'm gonna take the good while I can. But enjoy the vlog bits. At the end, we will come back, talk about the projects, everything else. If you have questions directly related to the hats, the scarves, the ear warmers, the cowls, refer back to show and tell number 242. I do talk about row counts and everything else and the yarns I used for these in the show and tell video. This is really about the process of doing the 30-day challenge. So if you have any other questions, leave them down below. I do try to respond to all the questions here on the channel. It just may take me a couple of days to do so, but I will see you guys in a minute. Good day, 16, you guys. So yesterday was a little bit of a bust. I finished the hat that was already on my Addy and started a scarf, but I got about an hour up here working and that was it. I did finish the crochet corner to corner scarf that I was working on, and that's really the only thing I did. So I have 3 ball bands going into the bucket, but that's all I did yesterday. And today, I don't know how today's going to pan out. I'm going to try to do some work up here until lunchtime, but I have a bunch of stuff downstairs I need to be working on. I have some videos to edit. It's just kind of crazy. And tomorrow is probably going to be another no cranking day because my friend is coming over and I'm helping her with her kids' Halloween costumes. So probably won't get a whole lot done tomorrow either, unfortunately. I have debated back and forth just because there were so many unexpected things that occurred in this 30 days. I might do an addendum of a couple extra days at the end, maybe add an extra week and do 5 weeks instead of just 30 days, just to make up for the days where I really haven't been able to do anything or really work on anything that much. I don't know. I don't know yet. When I was cleaning in the craft room, I did find a bunch of 20-gram worsted weight balls there. So yeah, I threw those in my scrap to be granny box there, so I know where those are. I'm not sure why there's a bag of 20-gram minis for worsted weight. So anyway, I am going to sit here and crank for a few minutes. Like I said, until I get hungry. I've got an Annie Elise 10 to Life going in my headset, so I'm going to finish this episode, see how I'm feeling, and move on from there. But I keep trying Unfortunately, life gets in the way. As I always say, I have a bunch of uptown problems, a bunch of uptown interruptions, but they are what they are. It is what it is. Best laid plans and all that nonsense. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with day 16 here, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Good day 17, you guys. So I did get to spend a little bit more time in here yesterday. So my bucket is slowly getting full. We have extra ball bands in here, but like I said yesterday, today's probably going to be more or less a blown day when it comes to doing stuff. Yes, it is once again like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to crank some stuff out while my Roomba runs around downstairs, and I'm going to watch some Unsolved Mysteries. I'm still in season 1, but loving it. You can see, once again, there are holes showing up in what I pulled for round 2. I still need to make the red hat to match the impeccable one. The new Addy will run the impeccable, but it doesn't like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and either use the Premier Basics or the Hobby Lobby Soft and Sleek that I have in there to make the matching scarf to the hat I already have. I finished my crochet hat to go with the crochet scarf I finished the other day. So I did get some hand crocheting done. The scraps from that will go into the scrap corner to corner blanket. I'm not sure what I'm going to take to Prayer Shawl tonight. I might take my finished crank items and work on, finishing those and stuff. Or I might take granny squares, or I might take the corner to corner blanket. When I put the balls into the corner to corner blanket, that'll be another 3 ball bands from hand crocheting there, because the leftovers. Yeah, that's really kind of my goal today. I'd kind of like to progress from where I was, get some stuff done. It's going to be a kind of a back and forth bit of a morning here, so hopefully I can get some stuff done. I plan on trying to check in this afternoon before I leave for Prayer Shawl, because I'll eat dinner, take a shower, and head out. So this evening I'm not going to have a chance. After about 4 o'clock, I'm going to have to start getting ready to go there. But yeah, I pulled the sugar wheel cakes, so I'll get a hat and scarf set out of the 2 sugar wheels, and that's what I'm going to focus on right now. So I will let you guys know how it goes. Hey guys, so I literally just turned this on as I was walking in, as I just walked up the stairs. Welcome to day 18. Yeah, so we have more hauls. I think later tonight I go and do another stash dive and pull some more options for me to crank out. I just got done uploading and editing week 2's video. I am exhausted already today. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have not been up here yet. I have been slammed trying to get things done downstairs and at the computer, and oh boy to God, some laundry to dry so I can fold some laundry. So I'm going to have to, do the mature and adulty thing for most of today. But I did want to come up here, do a check-in. I'm working on granny squares while I'm editing. I have one more video to edit that will probably go up either this coming Tuesday or the following Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. But so much to talk about, you guys. I've got so many things I need to share with you guys. Anywho. Yeah. So this is what we have to work with. I took all of my cranked stuff with me to Prayer Shawl last night. I got the waste yarn out of 2 hats, ends finished woven in on those, And I've got the waist yarn and the seam done on 3 scarves, I believe, but I've not woven in the ends on those. The rest of it is downstairs. I respun the cowl to go with this hat. We have the scarves to go with these 2 hats. Also, I made an all purple scarf to go with the other purple and white hat. So 4 of those have their component parts downstairs. I still need, I'm working on a scarf now with the anti-pill red, the Hobby Lobby anti-pilling. And I think I'm actually going to have enough to do a hat and a scarf out of that yarn alone. So I'm going to go ahead and do a full set out of that yarn. So to match the red hat, or to go with the red hat to donate, I think I am going to go ahead and use the Premier Basic. I keep saying that over and over again, but as I've said, this is kind of me spitballing the ideas as we go. So yeah, that's what I got. I have in this bin, this paired with a white will be a set. That will be a scarf plus some extras to probably go to the granny squares. I can do a hat and scarf out of this burnt orange. I can pair this with another color to do a hat and scarf. I have a ton of this blue in the other room. That is the big amount of blue that Erica gave me out of her stash. So I'm not sure if I want to do hats and scarves with that or start doing some blanket tubes to do future gifts with. I have 4 stepsons. I have 2 daughter-in-laws, 2 grandsons, and 2 granddaughters. So next year, one of the things I was thinking about is maybe making everybody a blanket. And maybe like the boys get some tubed blankets. Because especially the little one, he'll be a toddler next Christmas. So that would give him an extra like squishy thing they can put on the floor. Oops, sorry. Sticking my hand in the camera. That would give him something extra squishy to play with on the floor. So I was thinking maybe taking these blues and doing some blanket tubes and then pairing those, maybe going out and buying some gray to go with it and doing like a blue and gray blanket for him. And then I have the lemon peel blue and gray blanket that I started 2 years ago. And I could take that and give that to his dad so they have matching blue and gray. And then come up what to do with that stepson and his wife. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to spitball and think in advance what to do. But I do have enough. Like if I just straight go, I've got 1 hat and scarf set, 1 scarf. 1 hat and scarf set, 1 hat and scarf set. And then I can start combining colors and doing more like stripey, interesting things with some of these. That is most of a value for Mary Maxim. So I can do an entire scarf out of that or split it up with one of the neutrals. But even the neutral bin has a dent in it. So, yeah. But anyway, that's where we're starting today. That's how my brain is working. I am not sure how much I'm going to get done. Troy said he's going to eat lunch, run back to the office, and then come home. So he could be home in an hour. Or he could be home in 4 hours, depending on what happens when he goes back to the office. So, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you for bearing with me as we go through this process. Hey guys. So, I've really got to stop saying hey guys. It is day 19. Yesterday, I got 3 scarves done and 2 hats. I started, I guess this is a scarf at this length now, with some Red Heart shimmer. This is going to be too soft to donate, so I'm going to either keep this or gift this set. But I'm actually thinking keep, because it would be a really cute set for Christmas. But the yarn is just too fuzzy, and it doesn't make for a really good donation items because the fuzz pills too quickly and it looks naff. So, did get that started. We have a nice stack of ball bands going. What I actually came up here for, though, I don't really have time to crank anything today, but as you can tell, my totes are running dry again. So I am going to go work on restocking. I told my husband I needed to restock the totes, and he's like, oh, we can go to Michael's and buy more yarn. And it's like, no. We're going to the Carrie corner store and restocking, not going out properly shopping. I do have some larger leftovers. They're really scraps. They're not really leftovers. I would never put these back on the shelf, so they're definitely scraps. But I think one of the things I'm going to do after I'm done with the 30 days is I'm going to come over here where I have these less than 50% balls, and I did throw some of the cakes in there. They're under 50 gram cakes, and I think I'm going to try to crank some of those into some scrap sets as well, while still keeping enough yarn to do granny squares and corner to corner squares to do the donation blankets with. So I am going to go work on restocking, pulling things off the shelf, and I will check it back in with you guys. Okay, project restock is now complete. I'm still debating on these being the start to some blanket tubes for next year. I pulled a bunch of the other Hobby Lobby yarns, some Red Heart Super Saver still in my stack, some Red Heart with Love. I got that actually Black Friday about 8 years ago. So, time to finish that off. I found 2 more of the red balls of the Line Brand jeans, so that will go through. I did find my other pink and black Hobby Lobby yarn. I thought I had 2. I could only find 1 the other day. I was able to find the second one. Of course, I'm not rotating to the name. Strawberry Jam. So, that's enough to... I think I can get an ear warmer and a scarf out of that. I also have 2 of these. They're a multi. So I didn't add a whole lot to this bin. I do have some more colored basics that I can add as we go, but I think this is enough to get me through the rest of the 30-day challenge. So we'll see if I have to do another restock. It just depends on how much cranking I can get done. I mean, I guess I've got 11 days left to go, plus anything that I do as an extension for where I miss days. But so far, I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished. So I don't know that I'm going to have, like I said, much time to crank anything today. We'll see how the day plans, how the day goes. Anyway, hope y'all are having fun. Bonjour, mes amis. So it is day 21. Yes, we skipped day 20. So yesterday was Sunday, and we got up, went to Mass, came home, had breakfast, and then we had a movie day. So I did not come up here and crank anything. I did make a granny square, most of a second granny square, and I did a ton of weaving in ends. I should have brought my bucket up here, but I forgot it downstairs. That entire stack of bucket goodness, all but 2 hats are done. So, it is 5:30 in the morning up here. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning everywhere, or the equivalent based on your time zone. But anyway, the reason why I should have brought the bucket up, though, is I'm out of waste yarns up here, so I have a ball to pull from. But I am going to get to cranking this morning. I've got about an hour and a half before I have to do some other stuff this morning, so I am going to do that. This is the last day for week 3, so I would like to get some more cranking done. We do have a nice yuck stack of wall bands going. Nothing has really changed. So I have this Red Heart with Love here. I did some reorganizing in the other room as I was pulling yarns out. Many moons ago, I bought, here, let's just go across the hall. I bought some coral and cream Red Heart soft, I believe. Look at those holes starting to... That is all of my remaining red heart now. And I'm saving those, number one, because this color green is really hard to find. And those because they're neons and I like them. But that is all my... I love this yarn now. This is all my Bernat Sheepish, plus this one right here. But all my other kind of roving-esque style yarns are now there. Anyway, whole nother story. So I bought all of this to make a car coat. Yeah, this is Red Heart Soft. Many eons ago. I am not going to crochet that car coat. It's just not going to happen. As much as I would love for it to happen, it's just not going to happen. So what I'm thinking is I might, for the daughter-in-law that just moved here, I think that might be the blanket for her. And I can alternate panels with these colors and maybe some of the With Love, but I think the With Love may be too thick. I'm not sure. Once again, I'm kind of using these vlogs to talk my way through the process. So I have 2 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, 2 daughter-in-laws, and 4 stepsons. So if I want to do blankets next year for everybody, some cranked, some hand done, I've really got to start thinking about how I want to do this. So, yeah, that's where my brain is. But yes, we do have some holes. Now we have, all of this is now just Premier Anti-Pilling here, except for these pink sparklies there. Those are really, really old, I think, Simply Soft sparkles. Yeah. Simply Soft Party. I don't think this has... Oh, 2015. The year is right there. I think next year one of the things I am going to do is maybe every other month do some sort of stash-focused make-along. You know, hitting some ancient stash, using up scraps, because I'm going to have a ton of scraps left over here when it comes to these mini balls and stuff. So I think one of the things I might do next year is host some make-alongs. They might not all have prizes. Some might have prizes. I don't know. But like, this is where I am right now in the scraps bin. And we do have some more in my as I go. Plus I have the single skeins that won't crank in here. Yes, both cats have already followed me upstairs. Even though it's their outside catio time, they would rather hang out with me if I'm upstairs. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to process and work my way through everything, but that is a huge part of this vlog. Part of the 30-day challenge is sharing the process, like my mental process. I know it's very helpful for me to talk it out, and many of you guys have said it's very, very helpful for you guys to hear me talk it out. At the end of this, I am going to do a kind of lessons learned type video, and also probably a what do I really think about the Addy kind of video. But anyway, welcome to my brain world, my brain space. This is what real life is like in my head. So anyway, I'm going to get to cranking. I will try to check in with you guys tonight before I go to bed and let you guys know what's going on. Plus I want to show you guys everything lined up, how I control things downstairs as I'm finishing things. So anyway, peace out, guys. So we're still on day 21, guys. Sun finally came out. It's now after 8 o'clock. All the cats had their treats. The Roomba's been doing its thing in the study. So my house is trashed. Please don't judge me. But I wanted to show you guys how I'm like lining things up, because I do have to weigh everything before I do my show and tell for Thursday's video. But these are the sets that I got done. The green is a hat, a headband, and a scarf. As I said in the previous clip, I'm not going to be able to donate this because this green is way too soft to be durable. It's going to pill really fast. So I'll probably keep this or gift it. I left the ends inside in case I want to add a pom-pom. But these are the sets that will be donated. And I have the hat for this one and the hat for this one still left to weave in the ends on. Another set. And then we have the cowl that I re-cranked and the stack of scarves to go with the hats I already have. So like as I'm working, I've already accounted for the hat there. There's a finished crochet set that y'all will have seen on Thursday's video too. That would be show and tell number 242. And my finished granny square. Other fun things in there that I'll be sharing on Tuesday's video from ALC and Yawnable as well. But this is what I've been doing. As I weave in the ends, I kind of line everything up. And then, God bless my husband, letting me take over the entire house for the last 30 days for this, because not only do I have my crafting space upstairs, I've taken over the frog, the dining room, and the living room with all of this. But so as I come in here in my journal, I do save pages for my Addie makes, and I just kind of list these all at once. Whereas, like, here's September's Addie makes with the yarns used and everything. But like for a normal project, what I do is I would have the name, who it's by, the date started, date finished, what its finished weight was, yardage, the yarn I used, needles, and any notes. So as I have these lined up, some of these I went ahead and wrote down what the project is. I'll write the weight out beside it. I do have a number that is the average yardage per gram of the worsted weight yarn just over the years. So I'll write down that. I'll do totals. Actually, what I'll probably do is week one's total, then week two's total, and then the end of the month total. And then I have a page here that I can add the different yarns for. As this is such a big project, what I did is a little bit different. I did kind of double up. Like last month, I used Premier Basics and Eggplant Fuchsia Hazel, Royal, and Turquoise. So I kind of, tried to economize some space there. You can see I had 7,503 grams of yarn, which was 16,856 yards of yarn. And I do in my notebook have like my list as I go through yarns. I write down what I'm using. But I just want to share with you guys how I'm kind of keeping things sorted and organized. So y'all are going to see this after the show and tell and everything. And we'll have more at the end of this where I'm, sharing about ball bands and stuff. But for donations, we will be adding to the donation box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 sets this week. 14 with the coral set, 15 with the crochet set. So 15 sets will go into the donation box for week 3. I already had 11 from week 1. Or no, 11 from week 2, 9 from week 1. So we're right there at the goal. We're doing really well. I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of what I've gotten done, how much yarn I've used. But like I said this morning, we're going to definitely have some more content related to this 30-day challenge. My thoughts and feelings on it, what the experience was like, and, kind of lessons learned. And then also, as I have become so intimately familiar with yet another Addie machine, kind of what I think the pros and cons are to the Addie machine. But we still have one more week of this challenge left to go. So let's see what I can get done. Okie dokie artichoke. So what do you guys think? Where do you think we are? How many ball bands do you think I have? I should have probably grabbed the ball bands in between. I got a shoebox full. I know what the finished weight was for all the hat and scarf sets that I cranked. Not that I hand crocheted, not the granny squares, and not the tubes, just the hat and scarf sets that are finished and were in the show and tell on Thursday, or in the picture at the end of this video, or right before this cut. I don't know where I'm going to put the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's where we were at the end of week 1. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, 35 is where we were at the end of week 2. 37, 38, 39, 40. I used 41 balls of yarn this week. I have used over 100 so far in 3 weeks. It was 25 on week 1, 35 on week 2. So, I don't know what to say. I was really surprised at how much I got through. There were 5 that went into blanket tubes for a future Christmas gift. 4 that went into the sparkly set that I can't donate because it was the 3 shamrock ones that I talked about. Plus I finished off a ball of ice yarn using that set. So like that was 4. So that was like 9 of them just doing a set and some blanket tubes. We had 2 of the bubblegum blitz in the sugar wheel and 2 in the marzipan, marbled marzipan. So we had a lot of duplicates like that. There was a stack of this. I love this yarn in Pale Aqua Gradient. And then we used up a bunch of the Premier Basics that I had taken in there. So when we come back to do the next where is my stash thing, I mean, you can clearly see where I've made huge holes that are already quite visible, you know, just in the filming area here, what's visible from here. But there's been a lot of progress. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that are all worsted weight yarn. And that is obviously what I'm working with the Addy, and the fact that I've had to refill my totes twice. I will probably have to refill by the end of the week, and I probably won't refill the totes. I'll probably just come in here and grab, you know, the next thing to work with. I am floored. I am shooketh. I'm not going to lie. So we have 1 full week and 1 partial week left to go of this challenge. So let's see what happens here. I will have a picture at the end. It may have to be more than 1 picture based on the number of finished items I have down here of everything that I cranked and worked on this week or finished off. But I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. Please definitely let me know. I know a number of you guys are playing along, being focused on between the charity donations and using stash. You know, where is your progress coming? What are you thinking as you're planning, you know, to challenge yourself? What are you thinking? Also, I mentioned within the vlogs, I know maybe doing some sort of make along thing next year in focusing on using portions of our stash. Is there something you would enjoy having as part of that next year, whether it be, using your oldest yarn in your stash or something more than 2 years old, or using a new yarn that you're afraid to use? Like, is there something in your stash you're trying to focus on, and maybe make along might be fun? So anyway, I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Check in with me on Tuesday. We will be talking about where I am on my goals for the year at the end of Q3. So I love you guys, and I will see y'all real soon. Bye.